Hi, my name is Manton, and I want to show you some of the bookmarks and highlights and tagging features in Micro.blog. So, of course, I have Micro.blog and a web browser here. Here's my timeline of people I'm following, and I'll click on bookmarks. And what we've added for Micro.blog Premium subscribers is you get this new section here with a search box, bookmarks tab, highlights tab, and a links tab. Everybody gets this top section where you can add a bookmark from any URL, but there's a lot more features around that for Micro.blog Premium, and that's what I want to show. So let me just go through this kind of all at once. The first thing is when you're in Micro.blog, of course, you can favorite any post. So if I go back to my timeline, not favorite, bookmark, you can click bookmark anything, it just bookmarks that post. Simple. You can go back to it, refer to it later if you want to blog about it, just want to remember it. With bookmarks on Micro.blog, though, you can actually bookmark any web page. So if I click here, I can paste in the URL for a web page. Of course, that's a little bit inconvenient. So you can also create a bookmark from the iOS app, sharing it from Safari or another app. And you can also add a bookmarklet to your browser in Micro.blog. And we have a new page here that makes that a little bit easier. If I choose Get Bookmarklet, it explains this a little bit, and I can just get this link and I can just drag it up to my favorites bar, whatever browser I'm using. And that way, if I'm on any web page and I want to bookmark it, I can just click this. So let's open a new tab. I'm going to go to The Verge as an example. I'm going to click on this thing about Facebook. This is something I might want to read later and, kind of remember to blog about it. So I'll just click bookmark when I'm on that page. It fills this in, just confirm that by hitting save, and then Micro.blog will go and bookmark it. So it also says it's archiving the page. With Micro.blog Premium, we also archive a copy of the text on the page, also any graphics and things on the page, any styling, so that you can look at it later and reference it in case something had changed or the website went away. So there's a few things I can do from here. One is the big change we've added is this new tags field. So I can go through and I can just add kind of random words and tags to help organize my bookmarks. So here's one that I bookmarked the other day. I can just click tags, it makes it editable, and I can say, this is kind of about the web, social, and so I have bookmark tags already that I've used. It auto-completes. I can select that and then just update. Simple. A couple keywords I can remember about that later. The next thing I want to show is how this all works with highlights. So what are highlights about? Basically, because Micro.blog archives and gets the text of things you bookmark, you can select that text and make highlights of it. And this is great if you want to just remember something in a long article, or even better, sort of quote that highlight and blog about it later. That's why we've built all this into Micro.blog. Micro.blog is a blogging platform, social network, but it's really convenient to also have these sort of read later services built in so you can blog about things easily. So if I want to highlight something, there's a special reader mode that I click on. So it says reader, has the domain name. There could be multiple links in something you're bookmarking, and in which case they all appear here. But I'll just click on that. And I see that it's just this simplified text-only view of the web page. And I can just say, I want to just highlight this one passage. I get a little highlight button, click it, makes it highlighted. You can see up here, it's now one highlight in that page. I can click on that and I can just see the highlight. I can go back to my bookmarks page, hit the highlights tab, and I'll see at the top that this latest highlight that I just made is right here. From here, I can copy it, or I can also just start a new post. And when I make a new post, it basically adds the text, a link, and a block quote. If I preview that, I can see how that's going to look. And then I can add, other commentary here about, whatever I want to say about that post. Or I can just completely change it, edit it, whatever. But it's a way to get started to quote something. So I'll hit back again, and a couple of things I want to show. First of all, the links tab, just really quickly, when you blog about anything, Micro.blog also keeps a copy of the things you've linked to and archives them. This is a little different than bookmarks because it's just automatic. So if I link to something, even if I haven't bookmarked it, I still get a reference here. And that's convenient if I want to search for something later, or also if I want to go back and if a web page goes away and I want to update an old blog post. So as an example, if I click on posts to see the posts that I've made, so this just yesterday I posted about a new podcast and I linked to the podcast episode. Now that's my podcast with Daniel. It's not going to go away, but let's say it did. If I click edit, I can see that at the bottom, that current.org link that I had, Micro.blog has archived it, and I can click on the archive version. It pulls it up. So this is a copy in Micro.blog. And if something ever happened to that web page, I would have a reference to it, and I could just click replace link and update it if I wanted to, or I could add a footnote or whatever. So that's links. Let's get back to tags really quick. I'm jumping around a little bit, but the few things you can do with tags once you start tagging things is, first of all, your recent tags will show up here. So if I just want to quickly filter to just the post bookmarks that had the Twitter tag, I can do that. I can also show all the tags. If I wanted to delete a tag, that's a good place to do it. And I can also see how many bookmarks were tagged with that name. We also have an import from Instapaper, Pocket, and Pinboard, and it will translate those tags into Micro.blog when you're importing the bookmark. If their tags, Pocket and Pinboard both have similar kind of comma delimited tags. Instapaper is a little different. It has folders, and those folder names are just converted to tags also. We also have export if you want to get your data out, and we can sync with Readwise too for folks that are using that. So that way, if you create a highlight in Micro.blog, it's automatically synced. So that is a bunch of the basics. The search field will search your highlights, search text that you've bookmarked, and search for a specific tag. Thanks so much. Really excited about this feature. Also, a new Mac version is out with a whole bunch of this. Has a slightly different interface, but it's integrated into the Mac app, so you can tag and filter things that way and show your recent highlights. And it'll also be updated in the mobile app coming soon. Thanks so much for your support. I hope you like this more advanced feature in Micro.blog Premium for bookmarks. Let us know what you think. Thanks.